Good morning. It's Monday already. It's crazy to think that. Um, and it's also November 30th. How did that happen? How is it November 30th? This has just been the weirdest year ever. But I wanted to say that I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Likely it was different than it has been in the past, and maybe small and quiet, and that's great, right? Um, it is Monday, so I am Amanda Rock, and I am here with a little Monday mindset. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit this morning around complacency. And so I did a Google search and just did the definition of complacency. And I was so interested by how it was defined. And so it says a feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievement. Smug, huh? That was an interesting word. But uncritical about one's achievement or oneself. And that was really interesting to me because yesterday was 1 year since I left my corporate job. I walked away from my career in banking, which I had built and had been building for close to 20 years, believe it or not. And it's amazing. But even in that, I found myself getting complacent in some different spaces. So I'm not going to necessarily talk about, corporate or work or anything like that. But those of you that follow me on social media may have seen historically, and especially over the last year, maybe not in the last few months as much, but over the last year, me posting a calendar. So it's a workout program called Morning Meltdown 100 that I have been super committed to. I love these idea of stretch goals. So it's 100 days, and I had done it a few times, the rounds. But what I realized, especially as I was falling off of my morning routine and not feeling quite as motivated, was that I was getting complacent, not only in my goals. I think it was kind of that end of the year, and I was like, meh. But I was getting complacent in the workouts because I had started to do them so much that I knew what's coming, right? I knew where the challenging ones were. And I was giving myself permission to be complacent. And that bothered me. Gosh, it really, really, really bothered me. So I decided I was going to change it up. And I started a program this morning called Bar Blend. So if you've ever seen like bar workouts, but she talks a lot through it around mindset and affirmations and man, just kind of the things I needed to hear. And one of the things that she was talking about is because a lot of it is ballet based and you're really pushing yourself, but she was talking about like, where's your edge? And not edge like edginess, but where's that spot that you push yourself to? And historically, we talk about failure and the fear of failure. And I really was thinking about the mindset around this idea of the edge and complacency. Is I feel as though, like for me, complacency was like tapping my toe right at the edge, right? Like just, it's there. You could push harder, but you give yourself a million reasons not to. And so this morning, although I'm not feeling, 100% my best today, I started something new, and it just, because the universe gives you what you need, right? Like she's talking about this edge and pushing yourself. And she started talking about falling. And she meant in these different poses. But the way that she described it was in a way as though not only was she giving you permission, she was challenging me to fall. She was challenging me to push my edges so much that I fall as a means of knowing, okay, there's your edge. Don't just dabble your toe right there, but push yourself so much that you fall. And so that not only did you push, you found your edge, but you went over it. And with time and as you build different things and different muscles and different experiences, you will be able to do those things without falling, right? You'll find that new edge. You'll continue to push your limits. And that just was exactly what I needed to hear today. So I wanted to share that because especially with this year and how weird it's been. And, we have a month left in this year. If you are feeling complacent in any aspect of your life, whether it's personally, whether it's professionally, whether it's in your wellness space, be it your physical or your mental wellness, I want you to think about that word complacent. And I want you to see where are your edges and just challenge yourself to really reflect on where are you in regards to your edges? Are you pushing yourself to a point where you allow yourself to fall and not looking at it as failure? Not even like the word failure it's not even an option in this conversation. It is, I am challenging you to fall. I am asking you to push yourself to a space where you do fall so that you find that new edge and you continue to level up your own space, wherever that is that you're feeling complacent in. So I hope that if, that's something you needed to hear today, just like I needed to hear it, that I'm sharing that with you. But challenge yourself. Don't allow yourself to be smug, as it was defined in that definition I read to you in complacency. But challenge yourself to continue to grow and continue to push those edges. I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday, and we'll see you next week.